What's up, people? Here's my other video. Like I said, I'll make 2 videos. Now, this video, I probably put this out. I don't know. I probably put this out probably tomorrow. I don't know, because we got a game tonight. After the Toronto game, I don't even know who they play tonight. But this I want to talk about: Jeanie Buss, Ingram, and Lonzo Ball. Let's start with Lonzo Ball. So they asked Lonzo Ball. It was a comment that came out that Lonzo Ball said he's not concerned about being traded. And I totally understand why he feels this way, you know, based on the fact that he's been thrown in the mix about the trade. And not just that, I mean, even before the trade, I'm telling y'all, when I told y'all my videos a while back, Lonzo looked, he just looked out of character. He looked, if you look at his character, he just like he wasn't happy. Like he just, sometimes he had spots where he played hard and spots where he didn't play hard. And you can see it because you remember you brought Rondo in here. And you got LeBron James, so he becomes the 3rd point guard. Because remember, they made him into the 2. Because when Rondo on the floor, he has the ball more than Lonzo. And you can see the frustration that's sitting with Lonzo, the way he played. Now, he would still play good defense and all that. But you can see that he didn't really have that. He didn't have that impact like he usually had. And then you see the last 3 games where Rondo was out. LeBron was out. And Lonzo was actually the main point guard. And those last 3 games, you can see the determination, fire in his eyes to show the front office, and not just for but Luke Walton, that let me be the main ball handler and watch what I can do for this team. If y'all notice, since Lonzo Ball went out, the Lakers had less fast breaks. Since Lonzo Ball went out, they had less fast breaks. A lot of it was just basically half-court set offense. And that was like one of the biggest things that we didn't really pay attention to, is that, you know, Lakers was like lacking on fast breaks. Now, being that Lonzo was out, that doesn't deter the point that, you know, we still shouldn't have won games. That's just an excuse, and I don't really try to make too many excuses. But at the end of the day, you still have to win games. Now, like I said, it came out that Lonzo said that, you know, he really cared about if he get traded or not. Now, you got to remember what his father stated a couple years, what was it, last year? Probably last year, before the season started. And he said it, he said, listen, if the Lakers don't pick up my other 2 boys, you know, when Lonzo Ball's contract up, we shipping it. Even if it means go to Milwaukee, we going somewhere else. Remember at the time when they were talking about trading Lonzo said, listen, if you send me the, he did the same thing AD said, and I know a lot of people say, well, he can't say that, you know, he's not AD. Listen, like LeBron James said, players should always have the ability to state where they want to go. Yeah, they're under contract, but he's letting them know, like, if you sign me, or you pick me up, trade me, whatever, no matter if I stay here, I'm going to want to go to this team. So he said he wanted to go to Chicago, New York, which are two big marketed, you know, marketing when it comes to like sales and all that. So his father, you know, stated that, and then Lonzo said, you know, it don't matter if you trade me or not. Now, here's the thing. Personally, I think Lonzo won out. And I think, you know, he's sitting down with his dad, and his dad, you know, his dad, and I know a lot of y'all going to say, oh, his dad, blah, blah, blah. I don't get into all that. You know, because me as being a father, I totally understand the support of your children. You're going to support them regardless when people don't. Because when people were bashing Lonzo Ball, like I said before, the only one was in Lonzo Ball corner was his father. When people say he's a bust, he's this and that, his father was the only one kept giving him hope and telling him to believe in himself. He don't want to say you can beat Jordan. You know what I'm saying? That's motivation, that's hope, that's dreams, that's belief. You push him. Regardless if you know that you can't, you still believe in your child. But anyway, Lonzo Ball stated that. So I'm not mad with Lonzo Ball if he went out, blah, blah, blah. Because here's the thing. As long as LeBron James there, and just say, for instance, if Kyrie Irving come there, then Lonzo Ball is right back in the same position he was this year. You know, playing off the ball, because Kyrie's going to be the main point guard. And going forward, if we're going to rock with LeBron James, you know, eventually we're going to get some, hopefully, superstar players. So, or some star players that's going to fit around, or just going to fit into the system that he likes to run, or whatever the coach that we get, if we did let Luke Walton go. So with him saying that, you know, he don't mind getting traded now, it's probably good for him, because I think at the end of the day, the Lakers are doing him a bad disservice by not letting him run the point, letting him play off the ball, and that's not his game. His game was always being the main ball handler. I know Magic Johnson didn't expect to get LeBron James, that LeBron would fall in his lap, you know, but the whole thing was to go. But even if y'all got to keep in mind, I said this over and over again, but Magic Johnson did tell us at the beginning of the season that LeBron James was going to play the 4. And they were going to work with him down low, help him, you know, with his low post game. Because in reality, it was been Lonzo Ball and Rondo bringing the ball down. But that was all thrown out the window. Instead, it was LeBron James with the ball 70-something% of the time. So after a while, yeah, you do get upset. And I understand. And then going right to Brandon Ingram. You know, Brandon Ingram, when his dad would talk to him about everything, Brandon was frustrated. And I told y'all, if you watch the videos, how many times Brandon Ingram waved off LeBron James when LeBron James don't pass the ball, and Brandon Ingram just kept it in his hand and created on his own. After the All-Star break about him being traded, what did Brandon Ingram do? He dropped, what, 27, 28 points. He was killing, knocking on threes and all that. Letting you know this is what you're going to lose if you trade me. Before, you know, his health situation came. And he was rolling before he got injured. And then, you know, his father came out and talked to Magic. Like I said, we don't know what they talked about, but that's between the front office and Brandon Ingram's dad. But Brandon Ingram was pissed off too, to the point where he don't even care. He probably went out. You know what I mean? So in reality of it, you got to go back to what Kevin Durant said about being in LeBron's zone, being in LeBron's circle is toxic. Not saying LeBron is toxic, but the circle around him is toxic. And y'all know I'm talking about the LeBronites, and I'm talking about the media, the fan base. You know what I mean? That is toxic, because no matter what goes on, they always keep blaming the young players. Young players, like look at Chris Boucher and all them. Rob Parker, they said, oh yeah, the young players are trash. Don't watch games, only watch highlights, or probably watch 1 or 2 games. The young players trash. And then when Brandon goes off, no, oh yeah, well Brandon played good. But remember, they were talking about how good Kuzma was. Never thought that moment that Brandon was playing. You know, Brandon was pretty good. You know what I mean? The point was because Brandon was just playing within the team chemistry. He wasn't freaking trying to go off until after the All-Star break when they were trying to trade him. Then he tried to go off. But I understand his situation, his dilemma as well. You know what I mean? Like if I'm being treated like crap from the front office down to the fan base and also to the media, then I want out there too. I want to go in an environment where I can basically flourish and I ain't got to worry about all the noise that I'm hearing, because that's what's going on right now. What's happening is the same thing that LeBron told them to ignore, which is the noise, is coming right in their ear on both ends now. And not from the fan base, because you can block out the fans. But when it's coming from the organization itself, that's toxic within itself. So in retrospect of that, as players, I wouldn't want to be in a toxic environment. Yes, I want to get the hell out. So I understand Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram, you know, wanting to leave and all that, being upset or whatever it may be. Now we get to Jeanie Buss. And I want to make sure y'all understand this before I say this, because it ain't going to be that long. But you look at Jeanie Buss, for example. If a rumor came out, and I'm going to call it a rumor, came out that Jeanie Buss was looking to probably trade LeBron James because she thought that Rich Paul, you know, was the one that leaked the information about them making a trade for Anthony Davis. So in retrospect to that, based on the fact that came out like right after, let me try to think of, right after the Anthony Davis situation, right? When everything started falling apart. My thing is this: if Jeanie Buss said this, why didn't it come out a month ago? Why did it just come out now? It's basically to control damage control. Because if you look at the fan base, and the fan base is split now. When LeBron James came over here, you know, you had like, it was like probably a 70-30 fan base. You know, 70 was for LeBron, 30% like, I don't want to do them with LeBron. But the point is that the stock rose because of LeBron James' name and his brand. The stock rose because it's all about business and how to control the stock market. Stock rose, stockholders were happy and all that. Then all of a sudden things started falling apart after, you know, when the trade thing came out and all that stuff. Then stocks started falling. Because why? Fans that remember it was 70-30. Then that thing was split 40-60. 40 probably was for LeBron, basically probably LeBron fan base and some Lakers fans. It probably was 30-70. Probably, I'll say 30-70. 30% probably for LeBron. I'll say 40. I ain't gonna be biased like that. 40 probably for LeBron, and 60 was like, get him out of here. So stocks started falling. So in order to control the narrative and say, look, you know, we need something to alter all this. So let's make it seem like, you know, let's throw this out there. Like I said, at the end of the day, we don't know if it's true or not. It didn't come from Jeanie Buss. It didn't come from somebody that's close to her. It's just a reporter putting it out there. This is what Jeanie Buss did. She was pissed off at Rich Paul. She was going to let it go. The only thing I will say is this. I know Jeanie Buss had a lot to do on a lot of things that didn't transpire with the Lakers front office. Like, for instance, Carmelo Anthony. Because Magic Johnson clearly stated anything that he does, he got to take it through Jeanie Buss. So when he probably talked about Carmelo Anthony, Jeanie Buss probably said, no, we're not going to go there. You know what I mean? Because you got to keep in mind, now, Jeanie Buss is not always interacting with the team itself. But she got people in her camp, in her circle, that's going to tell her about what's going on. Like, she could be somewhere and somebody probably like, look, Jeanie, this is what's going on with the Lakers. And they said, you know, they want to get Carmelo. And then she probably asked, like, what do you think about that? They said, I don't think that's a good idea. You know, because we got LeBron for 4 years. we can make LeBron James play how we want to play. Don't get me wrong, we're going to make sure that we give him help, but we're going to make sure that LeBron James don't control the narrative. He has a history of doing that. So we're going to make sure we put stops in between of what he's doing. You know what I mean? So you got to look at that as well. And then you got to also understand this. Remember, Luke Walton and Jeanie are good friends. Jeanie Buss is the main reason why Luke's still there. So Jeanie probably feels some type of way. Like, you know what? Y'all trying to get rid of somebody that I like. So, you know, so she's going to be like a little bit on edge. And also at the same time, she might disagree with some of the ideas or some of the moves that Matt Johnson was trying to make. She probably said, nah, I don't like that. And then you got to think about it. She's on Twitter. So she get the fans' feedback. You know, she might not reply back, but she's reading that stuff, or her handler, somebody's reading it and say, man, they real pissed off about her. The Lakers let go of Vika Zubac. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So she's getting the feedback. Somebody's feeding the information. Like I said, I'm in between the border of saying that she did and she didn't when it comes to being upset about the Rich Paul situation. I don't know how true it is, and I don't want to try to feed into the rumors. But the point is, at the end of the day, like Magic said, anything that he does, he got to go do Jeanie with. That's probably why we didn't get Carmelo, because I said the Lakers need a low post player. And that's probably why LeBron acted out, you know, and in some games he played like he had, you know, he felt like he was, you know, there. And in some games he felt like he wasn't there, especially on defense. So, you know, like I said, there's a lot going on with the organization that they keep hush-hush. We don't know. So it could be true. How much I know, I don't know, but it could be true. But at the end of the day, we don't know. So I don't try to feed into it. I'm just throwing my synopsis out there and thinking, like, this is what could have happened. But I know for a fact that a lot of things that didn't transpire with the team is because Jeanie Buss probably put her foot down. So I said, nah. You know, nah, you're not going to do this team like you want to, even though I trust in you, but I'm not going to let it get out of hand. And it already didn't get out of hand, let's be honest. You know, but I'm also going to make the video to basically push what I'm trying to say when it comes to that situation about the whole season, what happened and everything that transpired. But don't feed too much into the rumors. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's basically, like I said, it's basically control, damage control. Because it was so much chaotic and so much toxic going on with the Laker organization and the fan base all together and the media, that at the end of the day, you needed somebody to come out there and say certain things to make the fans feel relieved. Like, oh, Jeanie wasn't going to make this move. Good, Jeanie. Good. Let's be honest. They clearly said Rich Paul leaked it. She didn't say that she didn't agree with the move. He leaked it. That's what she thought. So let's make sure we read into it. So if they didn't get leaked and the trade went on, if the Lakers, put like this, if the Lakers would have threw that trade out, that last trade where all the players, if they threw that trade out at the beginning, we wouldn't have the discussion right now. AD probably would be here. Then again, we don't know. We don't know what the Pelicans probably did. They probably just did that in order to, you know, to put it. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of people say the Pelicans did it. Then it come to find out that, you know, Rich Paul and them might have did it. So we don't know who put the information out there. Everything is speculations. We don't know. We're just people just trying to put the pieces together, you know, like a puzzle. So at the end of the day, whoever did it was at fault, and it exposed what the Lakers were trying to do. But it's social media. It's going to happen. It could have been a reporter that put it out. Just got whiff of it and said, you know what, put it out. Probably overheard something. We don't know. So at the end of the day, like I said, you know, we don't know. But just keep that in mind that she was upset that the information got out. Not the point about them making a trade, got out. Because remember, Magic said that we got to go to Jeanie for anything that transpired. So they went to Jeanie and said, listen, Jeanie, this is what we want to do. She probably said, all right, let's go ahead and try to make some deal. Can you remember the other bus brother in there? So they all discussed, like, okay, let's throw the first out there, see what happened. And then they got down to the nitty-gritty where they decided to throw the whole squad out there. And because of that, because there's malfunction within the locker room and the team itself, so now they got to try to come out and try to clear out that damage control to make the fan, because remember, you got to think about it. This come out right around the time that Brandon Ingram father go talk to Magic and him in the front office based on the fact about Brandon Ingram. LeVar Ball talking. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of damage control coming in from the families, the fan base, the media, the front office, LeBron. So it's toxic. So she's trying to come in and just quiet the noise to make the fans like, look, okay, this is what I was going to do. Throw that out there to make the fans calm down. That's all it is. Just to control the narrative, to stop the damage control, because the damage control was getting way out of hand. To the point where somebody like Van Gundy stated that, you know, hey, oh, that's another thing too. Because remember, Van Gundy said, first and foremost, shout out to Mike from Lakers Talk for putting that video out there that we should trade LeBron James, or something to that effect. Because I said something too, but I was just joking, like, maybe we should just trade LeBron. But Mike made a video about it. So for those that follow Mike, Definitely check the video out and see what he's talking about. But think about it. Van Gundy came out and stated that, the Lakers should try, just basically see what's out there about trading LeBron James. And then think about it. Once that came out and then the media started talking about it, they like I said, one day about the media and also about the hype train, they seen that, let's jump on it. Because that could be a good storyline for us to put out there to get the fans to think that Jeanie Buss was about to trade LeBron. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. So the fan, Van Gundy threw it out there and then they ran with it. Because I said before, if that was the case, that would have been came out. Why did it wait? That's what I meant to say. Why did it wait until after Van Gundy stated that about trading, looking to trade LeBron James? Now all of a sudden Jeanie Buss come out and stated that, she got upset with Rich Paul to the point that she was thinking about trading LeBron James. Remember, the media was saying that. The fan base, Ben, was saying that. The fan base was saying that a while ago. Trade LeBron. Just get LeBron out of there. Michael, Mike started Mike Lakers didn't start it, but he made a video about it. But the fans were saying that on Twitter, like they should trade LeBron. Fans were saying that. So you gotta think about it. If that's a big thing, then people take a poll, should we trade LeBron? And you got a lot of people say, yeah, trade LeBron. So in retrospect to that, that's where all that came from. So all of a sudden this came out like Jeanie said, well, you know what? I was pissed off. Not saying that she said it, but it was like, I'm pissed off. I'm about to trade LeBron because it leaked out about the AD situation. Nah, they just basically following whatever the storyline is in order to keep the fan base calm. And everybody like, yeah, Jeanie, we love you now. You're a good supporter because remember, everything goes back to Jeanie. Jeanie was on board with everything that took place. Don't get it twisted. Jeanie Buss was the main one crying last year about she wasn't a superstar. And Magic Johnson told her, hold up, wait till the end of the season. Because in reality, what y'all fail to realize, they would go trade some of them players last year. Because she wasn't a superstar just for the All-Star. I can remember playing in LA. I want a superstar. Like a big baby, I want a superstar. And Magic them told wait. So Magic Johnson at the same time are making sure Jeanie and the stockholders are happy. It ain't just about Magic Johnson. His job is to come in there and make sure that he's doing right by the Laker brand. And to make sure the stockholders are making money and Jeanie is solid in her position. So you got to look at it at the end of the day, before we get all caught up in the hype and all that stuff, once the fans and the media start pushing that narrative about trade LeBron, here she come. Or her handlers or the rumor that she stated this. To basically control the narrative, to calm you, the viewers, the fan base, calm y'all down. To make things settle so that way we can say, okay, well, at least Jeanie was on board. What y'all fail to realize is that it stated she was mad that the information got out. Not about the trade, the information got out. So keep that in mind. With that being said, your man Urban Lover, like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's a nice day outside. I hope y'all getting out. I hope y'all getting on your rides. I'm going to bust around one day. Mama rappers get away. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all have a good day. So I'm just joking with y'all. Y'all take care.